Hello Capricorn, this is Barta from Roosters, Peacock, and I'm going to be doing your August 10th through the 16th general intuitive reading. Hope everybody's doing well, and as the reading gets going, take the pieces and parts and leave the rest for somebody else. Okay, so as I was clearing the cards, a card came down. I'm going to take this one too, that feels right. A card came down and it's submerged, okay? That's going to be kind of the focus. And the card that actually stood out to me as I was shuffling just now was Summer Solstice and Radiance. Okay, those stand out big time for me. This week, do look for the simple fact that you may be feeling just a little bit submerged, like it's just kind of like just so much going on. All right, that's what I feel. This is, it could be relating to, I'm seeing dollar signs in my head. I'm seeing partnerships. This is just going to be one of those weeks. And I think if you think about it, there is the new moon, and then we have the eclipse on the same day on August 12th. Okay, so it's going to be a temporary feel because the end result here for your week is radiance, and I don't think it's just for the week. I know I do weekly readings, but you guys, the way it's been reading, you guys have put a lot of hard work within yourself, and like I've been telling all zodiac signs are kind of waking up. Literally, people are waking up from a fog. They're waking up from, they're just waking up, shutting out the external noise. And Capricorn's no difference. But this week here, I have submerged. So let's go ahead and pull a couple cards on that. Let's see, where do I want to go? Sure, we'll use this. And I'm going to use those as well. And you know, everybody gets overwhelmed for a hot minute. It just happens. And some of you are just going to be so dang blessed busy that it's just, you're not going to have, you know, you're going to feel submerged. Just what it says. There's no really need to read any more into it because it is what it is. All right. So we've got the Queen of Swords. We've got the Three of Swords. Nice. Now I do like this one. We've got the Star. We've got the Knight of Swords, and we have the Magician. Okay, that's what I was hoping for because the end result is good. It's the same difference as the Sun card. All right, and do look around. And I know this is just to the 16th, but if you're feeling this way this week, and do know the cards are nothing but just general guides. You get to choose how your week's going to go, so keep that in mind, okay? But there, it does show that there's going to be a hot minute where you're going to feel submerged. And then, you know what, who doesn't? Every once in a while, the pressure comes down. And I think that's going to be kind of what I call a hot moment. But there's a lot. This is not stuff. I'm not making it less than what it is. Let's see here. Yeah, come to the edge. At this week, Capricorn, do take in, you may have a moment, and I'm going to call this a hot moment because that's what it feels like it's building up to. But it's just a moment, okay? Yep. We all have those. Let's see. One more, please. Yeah, submerged. And I feel like we've got between worlds. I feel like putting that next to submerged. This is going to be a temporary feel, and it's not giving it, you know, not pushing it off to the side or anything like that, because it looks to me like you've got a lot going on. All right, but I'm going to focus on this Radiance card, which is the same difference as the Sun card, okay? By the end of the week, you will not be feeling as submerged, and it's just life. Some of you, I'm not going to do a health reading, but it's showing me possibilities of health here as well. Some of you could be dealing with difficult people. But here's the thing is, and some of you may be feeling like you're doing it mostly on your own. All right. And for some of you, it may actually be that, but for some of you, it's kind of like this week feels to me that everybody's going to be kind of busy. It's kind of like, so I don't think you're going to put too much extra thought into it, like overthinking. What I'm getting is it just for a minute, you're going to feel like there's a lot on your shoulders is what I feel. But here's the thing. I'm going to skip on over here to the Magician before I get here, because here's the thing is you have everything within your hands. The Magician holds all the suits in his hands. He means he has everything available to him to take and either fix situations or to change a path. Now, normally I don't sit here and look at this above the head, but instantly I saw an 8. Okay, and what's an 8? The number 8. What does the number 8 do? It goes like this, right? Over and over, repetitive. For some of you, you may be feeling like I've been here, done this, and I'm kind of just feeling overwhelmed with it. It's just a hot moment, and I'm not making it less, because it looks to me like you got your hands full. But by the end of the week, we have the radiance, and that's the thing. And I think the way these cards are showing up, you can't be positive all the time. Anybody who tells me they do, I do question that. We do have radiance. You're focusing more on the more positive side toward the end of the week. I think it's going to kind of back off just enough, or you're going to be reframing how you're thinking about it. And I don't think it's just about thinking about it, because we got between worlds. Okay. We've got between worlds. Sometimes that can represent the past and stepping into the future. Sometimes it literally, to me, represents a mood. I mean, look how dark and gray that is. It's a normal thing. People go through that. But here on the other side, you have the flamingo, and it's all in color. So by the end of the week, I want to show you something here. See the radiant colors here? By the end of the week, no matter what, just know that it's just a hot moment. Okay, that's what I feel. Now, some of you, it's more than just a hot moment. Okay, for some of you, I'm seeing the Three of Swords, which represents some kind of loss. All right. It could represent heartbreak, separation, sorrow, or emotional pain. It has to do with past, or it could do with present. Others of you, we've got the Star card. Now, this is where it starts switching up, and I'm guessing it's probably around, I'm seeing Thursday in my head. But see, we've got the new moon on the 12th, and the eclipse always takes and brings, well, it's kind of like all moons. The full moons, it brings, and I believe this, you ask a nurse or somebody who works at a hospital, it brings out some interesting people. Okay, so you may be dealing with me saying that. You may be dealing with different personalities that you haven't had to deal with too much on a normal, that kind of make you feel submerged. Others of you, I'm telling you, this eclipse may just kind of, I'm not going to say you're going to be blue, but yeah, I'm not going to keep going around that, because here's the thing, it is real. It is legitimate. Why it's making you feel like that I can see, however it applies to you. But we've got the Star, which is bright hopes and prospects, and it could very well represent somebody who's an Aquarius as well. But also, when I see the Star card, you may be having a moment where you feel like you're working, whatever it is, or you're putting a lot in and you're getting very little back. But with the Star card coming in there, it's kind of like you're going to start by I'm seeing Thursday. By Thursday, it's going to be like whatever you've been putting work into, it's actually going to start making results. And we're not just talking about physical work, whether it's within yourself or other people around you. Excuse me. But this Three of Swords right here, and it's not going to hit everybody, but some of you, definitely, it's showing me it could be a possibility of 3 people. And it doesn't always mean that it has to do with romantical, what I call it. However it applies to you, apply it. But if you do, by chance, this is not going to hit all Capricorns whatsoever. But if you do have somebody that's like a third wheel, or somebody who's putting their opinion in, or likes to kind of, tilt stuff, it's kind of like that, where one's sitting here talking and the other one's talking, and you may have had a conversation between somebody you care about, or a coworker, or somebody and then somebody over here is talking. You guys get the gist. You may have a minute there. Okay, that's not going to hit all of you, just some of you. But it does show me there may be some kind of interference, for sure. But it does show me that the week is starting to get quite better. It's going to come in quick and swift. Some of you, if you're lacking information, or you're lacking the tools at the moment, at the beginning of the week, to take and accomplish whatever it is, whatever's making you feel submerged, I'm going to tell you right now, lack of. It's not going to be like that. Real swift and quick. Now, I'm going to tell you, Capricorn, it may be you or somebody else around you. Do watch for hasty decisions. Do not make hasty decisions during this time. Okay, Capricorn, I don't think it's you. I really don't. But do watch for something to come in swift and quick. But that's just a side note there. Yep. By the end of the week, you're not going to be, and it's not even the end of the week. It feels like it's around Thursday to Friday, give or take right there. It shows me that, if you haven't been feeling like you've had the willpower, excuse me, you are going to be feeling more like you can accomplish and get stuff done. The end result is radiance, period. Okay. Yeah, that feels right to me. All right. It does look to me that you guys got a busy week. For some of you now, this is where you take the pieces and parts. It could involve love, and it's showing me a couple here. Okay. It could be family, friends, or lovers, but take it how you will. Others of you, it's kindness. These are just suggestions. All right. So when you see love, it could involve that. Others is no matter what. I know for some of you, it's not going to apply. For some reason, I feel like saying that. Kindness is just not going to cut it, because I think really you guys are going to have your clarity and truth is what I feel. Others of you, I am seeing the Queen of Swords. This can represent a woman's personality. I think it's actually you taking on that personality is what I feel. You're going to have to be more, you're being more independent, not saying you're not before, but you may have to make a judgment as well. And some of you are going to have to do open communication and be very clear about it. And I don't think you're going to have a problem with the Queen of Swords. They cut to the chase. Others of you, it can represent medical doctors. Okay. We've got kindness. All right. We've got choices. You may have choices this week. Others of you, the hint is it might have to do with history. We've got steps. It may be steps that you need to be taking. Here's communication again, okay? Communication. Strength. Now strength. Let me see. All right, we are in Leo season. I'm seeing the strength card. That's been showing up quite a bit. We've got strength. You're going to pull the strength within yourself to take care of whatever it is you need. Appreciation. All right. Give and receive. There's going to be a lot of communication, however it applies to you. Seeker of knowledge, okay? And some of you, not all of you, may be dealing with somebody where there's no gratitude. Gratitude is reversed, all right? So however this applies to you, and see, here's partnership. You just had love, okay? Here's the thing is, it doesn't have to be any certain type of the week. You guys are going to choose what you want and how you want it. And what I mean by that is no matter what situation pops at you, you're going to deal with it one way or the other. It may make you feel kind of like you're in between worlds for a hot minute, but you're not going to sit there, because Capricorns are no longer they're not sitting in it. They're not settling. So we've got creation. By the end of the week, it does show me radiance, and you're looking towards the future. All right. So it's whatever. And see, I want to put them all right here. We've got knowledge. You may gain the knowledge that you've been after at the very end of Thursday, Friday. It's sticking out in my head. Yep. Changes. Yeah. Some of you may be gaining knowledge that is going to bring about changes. And we have changes all the time. By the end of the week, we've got the card freedom. You're going to be feeling more free around situations. All right, Capricorn, that's what I have for you. Until next week, bye for now.